Hello and welcome to Bunk Book, the Bunk original where you get to know the podcaster behind your favorite shows. My name is Neil, and tonight's guest puts the fun in dysfunctional. Please welcome Glenn. Hi, Glenn.
Yay! Home partner
Dalawa
yan.
lang tayo.
Wala pa
Dalawa
nga
lang tayo, so tayo na lang
napanalunan.
papalakpak. Ayan.
Thank you for
So,
having me.
Glenn, welcome to Bunk Book. We're so glad to have you, of course. And you are one of the hosts of Creepsilog. So, can you tell us what Creepsilog is about?
Okay. Sa mga hindi pa familiar sa podcast namin, Creepsilog is a true crime and horror podcast na hindi ganun kaseryoso. We talk about dark stuff ng very, very light lang. Pinoy humor, ganyan. And we also read submissions from our listeners. So, nagpapadala sila ng mga personal stories nila and we read it back to them. Yan. Nag-react
Okay,
din
I'm
kami.
gonna
Hindi lang
ask
binasa pala.
you. You. Now, I'm gonna ask you the same question, but this time I want you to explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. So, Tito Gwen, what is Queepsywog about?
Sanay naman akong ganyan kasi para ka rin naman ganda kausap normally. No? Bagal mo pa
Ayo.
sumagot.
Sorry na.
Pero, explain to you like you're five. Sometimes, bad things happen to people and we love it. Well, we love it. We document it. We talk about bad stuff happening to people. Ayan.
Aw.
Pwede na ba yun? Pwede na yun.
Ang caring, ang loving nung explanation. So, very very on brand for Creepsilog.
Wow. Loving.
Now, how did the show actually get started? Itong Creepsilog.
Okay. Sobrang whim lang talaga. Kasi magka-chat lang kami ni Gideon. Si Gideon yung kasama ko sa podcast. And we've been friends for parang 10 years. As long as Neil and I are friends. Ganun na rin kami katagal mag-friends ni Gideon. So, we're old. We go way, way.
Wow.
Tapos, one day, kasi nagpapalitan kami ng mga podcasts na pinapakinggan namin, both. Tapos sabi niya one day, podcast din kaya tayo. Eh, matagal ko nang iniisip yun. And I was thinking of doing a parang horror fiction na podcast. Yung parang dramatic. Dramatic. Dramatic reading. Dramatic.
Mm. Dramatic, the drama.
So, nung sinabi niya mag-podcast kami, bumila akong mic kagad.
Oh,
Tapos pinadala ko sa
wow.
kanya. Pinadala ko sa kanya, wala, hindi na siya nakahindi. So, ayun, nagkita kami, brainstorm kami sa Mega Mall habang nagkakape-kape. That's our only meeting. Tapos, nung na-figure out na namin yung mga gagamitin namin, equipment, kanyan, software, pumunta na siya sa bahay, tapos doon na kami nag-record. And that's where we started. The first day na nag-record kami, gumawa kami ng 3 episodes. Parang just to get the feel of
Mm.
how it is to research a topic and then pag-uusapan and then we react to it.
Wow.
Na-enjoy namin yung first 3 na yun. Sobrang nag-enjoy kami ng ginawa namin. So we thought, okay, pwede nating gawin pa. And in a matter of 3 weeks, parang naka 10 episodes kami. And that's our first
Oh,
season.
wow.
Yan. So, yan,
Grabe.
nagtuloy-tuloy na. Yan, that's how we started.
Now, in the years that you had the show with Gideon, what would be your most memorable moment?
Hmm. Memorable. During podcasting, like during recording or anything
Yes.
having to do
Or
with
kahit basta anything related to creep. What is a Creepsilog most memorable moment?
siguro kasi maraming hindi nakakaalam ito, although hindi namin kinikwento much. Kasi nung first kami nag-record, magkasama kami sa bahay. But then, ang layo kasi ng bahay ko sa bahay ni Gideon. So, he had to travel. Parang papunta at pabalik. Eh, ang traffic ng linggo. Kung sabi ko,
Mhm.
i-arrange natin na makakapag-record tayo remotely. Gawa tayo ng
Mm.
paraan para mag-record ka sa end mo, mag-record ako sa sarili ko. Tapos, pagko-combinein natin yung audio. Ngayon, syempre yung microphones namin, yung mga ano lang naman yung mga binili kong mics, yung mga ano lang, yung sa Shopee
Sa
lang, ganyan.
Lazada, Shopee,
Ah,
ganyan.
ah, yung kasi syempre nagsisimula pa lang kami, we're not going to invest sa ano sa mga high-end na mics gaya ng gamit ni Neil na Rode, no?
Uy, grabe siya.
So
Ano ka
so
ba?
dun
Ano
muna
lang
kami
'to,
sa
platinum
ano.
karaoke?
So pwede mamili lang song. Eh.
Yes.
So dun muna kami sa ano sa mga simple lang na mics. Tapos syempre, hindi ganoon kaganda yung ano nun, yung noise cancelling ganyan. So
Mm,
ngayon, pag nagre-record kami, kailangan walang patay ang electric fan, patay ang
mm,
aircon. Hindi you can
mm.
imagine kung gaano kainit. So nagre-record akong hubad. As in, pawis na ano talaga, naglalapot talaga ako habang nagre-record. Tapos ang oras pa ng recording namin dati hapon. So alam mo yung tutok, tirik na tirik yung araw talaga sa labas. Tapos ako naglalapot, natutunaw talaga ako sa loob habang nagre-record. So walang kaalam-alam yung mga listeners na para akong ano, para akong lechon talaga. Yung binabrushan ng ano,
Aw.
ng oil. Ayun.
But this
Visuals
explains
for you.
why nung
Mm.
first season ng Creepsilog, very sensual yung approach mo kasi you were naked while recording. Naka-on
Oo,
ba
totoo
video
yan.
nun?
Wala pang video noon. Hindi naman kayang gawin ng ano, ng may
No, but
video.
could Gideon see you naked and
Hindi
sweating?
rin.
Aww.
you, you think? Hindi.
Paano
Hindi.
kung
Hindi
may
nga, hindi ko
pumasok
rin
sa
sinasabi
kwarto
sa
mo?
kanya. Hmm? Wala, mag-isa lang ako sa
Paano mo
bahay.
i-explain yon? Kung
Naka,
nakahubad ka tapos
oo.
nagre-record ka ng podcast, how do you explain that to somebody?
Totoo. Well, judge me na lang. Huwag ko nang explain. Pero yun, I think it paid off for me kasi maganda yung ano, if there's one thing na I was proud of dun sa mga initial recording namin, kahit mumurahin yung mic, naayos namin yung audio for the most part. So
True.
yun.
I think you guys set the bar for kasi in 2020 like 5 million podcasts came out because everybody wanted to do it, right? But you guys set the bar very early on for audio quality kasi kahit na 600 700 pesos lang yung mic na yon, it sounded really expensive because of the post editing and the care that you took to strip yourself naked literally to record. So, we
Oo
thank you for
naman.
your service.
Siyempre gusto namin mag-set na example dun sa other 4,990,000 charot.
That started in 2020, di ba?
Hindi, pero totoo yan, parang yung 2020, especially during the lockdown, doon na-inspire ang karamihan na na mag-podcast. I think that was parang siya yung vlogging ng 2020.
Ano
Remember
yung
in
vlogging? What is
2010s,
vlogging?
tumigil ka. Bukas ka ng browser mo ngayon, punta tayo sa sa
What?
cityboy.com.
I'm blocking this out.
Wala,
Okay,
bawal
so
mag-edit.
oh my
Ay,
God, God,
that's the voice of God.
the voice of God.
Ayan.
Sorry po.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I made
if
sure
you
na
have
sumigaw-sigaw na lang.
So kung may vlogging yung 2010s, ganyan ngayon 2020s, may podcasting.
May podcast. Now, if somebody who has not listened to Creepsilog were to listen to an episode right now, what can they expect to hear?
Oh, of course, professional na mga, wow! Oo. Di ba? Hindi, siguro ano,
Educational deep dive, ganyan.
kasi hindi naman sa in-effortan namin as much as we want to. We welcome everyone na gustong makinig sa amin. We treat them like yung friends, ganyan. That's why doon sa Facebook group namin nakikipagkulitan talaga kami doon. So when someone listens to us, they can expect like a friend na nagchichikahan in the background. Okay, I think that's common naman across podcasts. That's why you listen actually. Kasi parang if you feel Parang endearing yung mga napapakinggan mo even if you don't really respond dun sa pinag-uusapan nila kahit nakikinig ka lang if it's just one direction na pakikinig. Parang you come for the podcast but you stay for the hosts. Parang ganun.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's
'Di ba?
really
Don't you
good. And
agree?
I agree. And you guys have a great audience talaga, a great base of really loyal listeners. And we've actually compiled some tweets and reactions from them. And we want to hear what you think. Are you up for your reviews sa Creep?
Yeah, sure.
Wala ka naman
Kala mo.
choice. Nandito na tayo eh. Okay, so first up, we've got Nico from Twitter. Sa sobrang drunk ko kagabi, I went on Omegle. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I went on Omegle and literally recruited people to listen to Creepsilog. It's definitely a duty as a creeper na ipalaganap ang podcast of the year. What can you say?
Thank you, Nico. I think madalas ganyan may mga nagre-report sa amin na ano na sinasabi, "Ay, may na-recruit ako, I got someone to listen to you." Yung mga office mates ko, minsan magulang nila kasama nila makinig. So parang seryoso, bonding nyo, ganun. So nakaka-amaze na ano, parang they do the work for us ng spreading the word, ng pag ano,
Spreading the
getting us out
word.
there, getting people to listen. So nakaka-endear lalo. Salamat sa mga ganun. Kasi 'di ba tayo din naman bago naman tayo mag-podcast, naging listeners din naman tayo. And we share
Correct.
and to other friends kung ano yung mga napapakinggan natin na nakakatuwa. So now that you're on the other side, na ikaw na yung nag-create ng content, na feel mo na, ganito pala pakiramdam kapag when people talk about you behind your back.
Aww.
Burn book.
Well,
Ayan, thank you,
I
Nico.
think very MLM yung design na nagre-recruit
Mm.
sila ng upline, downline. May porsyento ba sila diyan?
Sinasabi nga namin, pwede mo na i-claim yung Tumblr mo sa main office.
Gusto ko yan. Okay, we have another comment, but this one
Mm.
is different yung tone niya. So this is Ruby from Twitter. You have very interesting stories, but there's too much banter between the two hosts that you get distracted from the storylines. I would file this under overly acted, lame attempt at a comedy podcast. Eeh. The podcast episodes are more about the hosts themselves. Annoying. Oh my
Alam mo,
gosh.
Ruby,
What can you say?
siguro, ang lungkot ng buhay. Charot. Hindi, syempre, entitled naman siya sa opinion niya. 'Di ba? I mean, tayo naman bilang nagko-consume ng content, we encounter stuff that we don't like. Ang nakakalungkot lang kasi nabasa ko yung tweet na yan, and I remember where I was editing actually. Parang 6 a.m. ako nag-start mag-edit. Tapos parang 12 noon na hindi pa ako tapos. Parang ganun. Basta medyo matagal-tagal na ako nag-edit. And then nakita ko yung tweet. Tapos parang ano ba yan? Parang nakakawalang gana tuloy ituloy. Pero what happened was, nung nireplyan ko yun, so nakita ng mga followers namin sa Twitter na there's this comment about us. So many people parang came to our aid na parang, hindi ganyan talaga yung podcast. Maybe you just don't listen to enough podcasts to know na
Mm.
yung banter is part of the podcasting, culture. Parang, ano talaga yun,
Oh,
especially when there's two people talking, diba? Two
correct.
friends talking. Tapos, some people would say na it's the banter nga na pinupuntahan namin doon. Kasi, which is kind of true. Parang anyone could discuss, like let's say, serial killer, this serial killer. Maraming podcast ang pwedeng gumawa nun. Pero yung banter nyo, kayo lang. So that's what makes your the episode yours, 'di ba? Kasi
Mm-mm.
nobody banters the way you do. And that's what again, that's what endears you dun sa mga listeners, your brand.
That's what
So
makes you
if she
beautiful.
so if Ruby doesn't get it, it's her problem. Wow.
No, I think it was
Charot lang.
a weird moment because when we all saw it, we were like, what in the world is happening? Pero I think the way you handled it was very professional. You acknowledged it. and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I liked how you kanina said that you come for the show pero you stay for the hosts, and that's why Creep has endured all these years because we love the banter ng G Boys. And yeah, I'm just an apologist right now. Sorry, Ruby. Um
Then not to come for Ruby naman that much, pero na-realize ko din na nga dati I was very free in expressing my opinion sa mga na-consume kong content. Like may nakapanood akong movie, parang I go to Twitter, pangit, parang ganun. Or
mm,
mag-voice out ka ng ano. And then I realized na, oo nga, kapag ka ikaw na yung nagka-create ng content, medyo magiging ano ka, magiging aware ka, or magiging sensitive ka sa mga sasabihin mo
mm,
next time. Kasi what Ruby probably doesn't know is wala kaming production team na
mm.
gumagawa for us. It's just the two of us. So kung ano
It's
man yung
all
sabihin
you.
mo na about sa podcast na what if you have an opinion about it na medyo pointed, masakit sa amin yun kasi kaming dalawa lang yun. Parang wala kaming binayaran
walang
to
wala
do
kang
it for
ibang
us. So,
masisisi.
ayun. So that's why we took it personally din. Pero which is wrong din. Parang opinion na yun eh. So, yun.
And opinions
Kahit
aren't
ko.
facts. For example, in this next comment, this is a good example of an opinion not being a fact. Boog on Apple Podcast said, very entertaining ang pogi ng hosts. I love you mga creep.
Fact yan, gago.
Pogi daw ng mga hosts. Ano ang reaction? Tingin na pogi,
Di ba nga,
yes.
you come for the podcast but you stay for the host.
I love it. Okay, I have one last comment, and this is from Childish John Vino on Podchaser. And medyo mahaba to. So, if the world was ending today and I was told that I can only choose one podcast to have downloaded on my phone to listen for the rest of my days, this is it. Creepsilog is a podcast personified because you will just get lost in the story and conversation. The G Boys are amazing storytellers, and they do so with passion and joy. There's a reason why they became Spotify exclusives because they put on such an amazing product for us creepers. Mercy and compassion and productivity, you know the rest. Buyers! Ayan!
Thank you, John. Kilala namin yan si John because he is also a podcaster. He's a Pinoy based in basta nasa US sila, and they have a podcast called Reddit on Wiki. He shares it with two other
Mm.
co-hosts. So, but before that, meron pa silang isang podcast that we were a guest on. So, doon kami nagkakilala sa podcast nilang yun. And John is just one of the sweetest people na we've seen, we've talked to, na ganyan yung mga the way he talks about us and the way Gideon and I work. Parang he really expresses his opinion of us na very, very, well, like that. He really puts it in that way. And uh, well, not hindi ko sinasabi na minamalit ko yung opinion ng mga non-podcasters, but if it comes from fellow podcasters, may certain weight to it kasi alam niya
Mm.
kung ano yung pinagdadaanan nung podcaster din. So he recognizes it. So kapag ka ni-recognize niyo yun sa ibang podcaster, you know that it parang hindi lang siya listener nung time na siya, podcaster din siya, and he knows. Ang hirap explain. Basta yun.
Ayan,
Parang,
yeah. Parang
yeah.
his opinion is slightly more valid because he knows the effort it takes to put out a podcast.
Mm,
Parang ganon.
yeah. Not to invalidate the non-podcaster's opinion, of course. Pero, yan. Mahirap na kasi magsalita ngayon, di ba? Parang may masabi ka lang na ganyan. So ganito. Yeah. So, pero thank you, John. You're really sweet. Thank you, John.
Aw. Now, we are like most people very curious to get to know the host behind the microphone. So, would you mind telling us kung ano yung ginagawa mo in real life?
I have a 9 to 5 job. 9 to 6 pala. Panggabi ako.
Mm.
So I work in a software company. I'm an accounts manager. Pero that just means I handle accounts. Pero there's a major part of it is sales. So ayun, I do a lot of sales and contract signing and stuff. So medyo seryosohang trabaho siya. It's
I know. I was gonna say this doesn't
mm,
sound like something you would do. Like I would have pegged you as like radio DJ or
wow.
clown.
Tangina mo.
Now,
Mm,
since you work in sales, I'm sure
mm.
you know your way around words. You can talk your way out of any situation to close a deal. But from what I remember, there's one incident that you could not talk your way out of that situation. Can you tell us about your friend's bathroom?
Disclaimer unahan ko na bata pa ako nun,
Mga
I
last year
was
to, right?
17 yata ako ng 18. Meron akong schoolmate nung college na meron siyang pinsan na naghahanap ng textmate. Grabe.
Okay.
Grabe yung start ng kwento, napaka-jologs.
Ang
So,
ganda ng textmate.
so ako bilang jologs din, adi more patol. Adi magka-text kami ngayon. So let's call her Claudine. Tapos, um, so, okay naman, ganyan. Tapos, and, parang after a few days or weeks ba ng texting, sabi niya, tara, kita tayo. Parang friendly meet up lang, ganyan. It's not even really like a date. Ano lang, meet lang, ganyan. So, nakita kami. Tapos, ang haba talaga ng kwentuhan namin. So, parang nag-jive nga yung ugali namin. So,
Mm.
nakakatawa naman. Until, tas naiihi ako nung nasa labas. Kasi naglalakad kami sa labas. As in, sa mga park, ganyan, palakad-lakad kami. Tapos parang nahihiya ako magpaalam na wiwi lang ako. So tinitiis ko lang. Tapos eventually ng mga bandang pahapon na sabi niya, gusto mo sumama sa bahay. Yung bahay kasi nila, she shares it with yung pinsan niya na schoolmate ko and other hindi relatives, other cousins nila na nag-aaral din. So puro sila estudyante dun sa
Okay.
bahay na yon. In short. Yun. Um, so sumama ako, tas di pagdating namin din, kwento-kwentuhan ulit, pinakilala niya ako dun sa mga pinsan niya, ganyan, ganyan. Eh, hindi ko na mapigil. So gusto ko nang magwiwi. Tas sabi niya, sige, CR ka lang. Kaso pundido yung ilaw ha. So, kapain mo na lang. Kaya medyo padilim na pa 6 o'clock na nun. Tapos sa Baguio pa yon. So, di nagpasok ko, hindi ko naman in-expect na pitch dark pala talaga dun sa CR nila. So,
Walang
mangangapa ka talaga. As
bintana.
in, wala. Hindi ko nga maaninag yung halos yung inidoro ko nasan. Yung white na lang. Yung white lang nakikita ko. So, nagwiwi na ako. Tapos, nung flash ko na, sira yung flash. Yan. So nagkapa pa ako doon. May nakapa akong, timba na may laman na tubig. So, inassume ko, na yun yung pang buhos doon sa sa sa
Mhm.
inidoro. Nangangalahati na yung binubuhos ko, na-realize ko may mga nakababad na panty. Te, alam mo yung panic ko, hala. So, syempre, inisa-isa ko ulit, dukutin. Balik. Alam mo
Ang
yung,
baboy!
when you're young, alam mo, hanggang ngayon hindi ko alam kung ano ba dapat kong ginawa ng time na yun kasi parang lahat ng pwede kong gawin mali. So,
Totoo.
ah, nilihim ko na lang siya, tapos kinuha ko isa-isa, tapos binalik ko dun sa timba.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I grew up with sisters, so
I'm
I know
sorry.
kung ano yung timbang yan. That's the babaran ng panty.
Mm.
Kasi kung like may tagos or whatever, it goes straight to the laundry din naman. But the expectation is hindi siya sana amoy ihi ng lalaki, di ba?
Pagbalik.
So,
Kaya yun, sana, kung kanino man panty yun, feeling ko, maamo siya sa akin.
yung pheromones, no,
Hmm.
nag-transfer.
Parang pag
Did you
nakikita
ever
niya ako,
speak to
parang,
them about it after? Did you ever speak to them
di
about it
na,
after?
nagmadali na akong umuwi nun. I was able to talk my way out of it. Pero hindi nila alam. Pero sabi ko lang, kailangan ko nang umuwi. Tapos parang tataka siya na nagmamadali ako. And bago naman ako mag-CR, di naman ako nagmamadali. Tapos yun. So, nag-usap pa naman kami after nun, so hindi ko alam kung nalaman nila na ginawa ko yun. Pero kung sino man yung may-ari ng panty, siguro ito yung makikita niya ako, parang magaan loob niya sa akin.
I don't know what it is about Glenn, pero parang amo-amo ko sa kanya, parang gaan-gaan ang
Mm.
loob ko sa kanya.
O, hindi, hindi
Okay,
ako proud sa story na ngayon ko lang
parang
na-realize
proud
as an
ka.
adult.
Parang proud ka
As an
talaga.
adult. Yeah, pero friends pa
Question.
rin naman kami. Oh, yes, God.
Ayun. So, so alam nitong friend mo na nangyari
Hmm.
yun.
Hanggang ngayon hindi.
Oh no. Kung napapanood niyo po to or naririnig niyo po to, friend, I'm so sorry.
Mm.
Sorry I had to find out this way.
Kung mapanood niya at ma-realize niya na, nagkita kami before sa Baguio, niyaya ko siya umuwi after maglakad-lakad. Siya nga yun. Yan.
Oh my
Hmm.
gosh. Tapos if ma-cancel ka sa Twitter, ito yung isa sa mga kwento na lalabas. Like
At
si
maghahanda na ako ng
Claudine.
apology ko sa notes.
Okay. Well, as a podcaster, I'm sure that
Mm.
you also listen to your fair share of podcasts. And so without preparing, meron kaming special segment called Spotify Review.
Ah!
Gusto mo may pa-title card?
Ah. Alam mo, ang ganda ng music, parang ano talaga, parang pag-game show. Yung parang kakatawag pala ng konta. Kasi
This is my Chris
pababa ng
Aquino
hagdan.
era.
Mm.
'Di ba? Parang, woo! Okay. Well, without preparing, I want you to open your Spotify app and show us the last 3 shows that you listened to. Tell us
Okay.
your favorite shows.
Favorite ko kasi nagbabago. Nagbabago each time. Depende siguro sa mood. Pero lately, ito yung kinaka-adikan kong podcast. And nakikita mo ba?
Ang walang
So,
kwentang podcast.
yes, by Antoinette Hadaone and JP Habak. So,
Mhm.
nakakaaliw kasi they just talk about everyday stuff, and minsan may mga seryoso, minsan may mga hindi. And I think ang charm nila is because they're both directors. They work with local mga artista, and
Mm.
every time they talk about their experiences, parang familiar tayo kasi ang pinag-uusapan nila minsan ba si Maha Salvador. Kilala ko yun. Parang ganon.
Kilala mo.
So,
Mm.
personally, Maha, mamaya na. Tayo kumain.
Nandiyan pa sa bahay mo.
Nandiyan
Actually,
ka sa
si
Maha.
Maha yung may-ari ng mga panty. Yun talaga
Si
yun.
Mahadera. Charot. Tapos, so pag nag-uusap sila tungkol sa mga problemang love and or financial problems or family problems, tapos nire-relate nila sa trabaho nila, which are directors, tapos they worked on this teleserye or on this movie, instantly nare-recognize natin as listeners na kilala ko tong mga tao, alam ko to. So parang may familiarity, so it doesn't sound really alien to you. Kaya siguro
Mm.
sobrang hit na hit yung podcast nila. So sila yung isa sa mga pinapahingan ko na. And on top of that, yung Facebook group nila, sobrang active ko rin doon. So
Mm.
talaga ako doon. Papampam talaga ako doon sa Facebook group ng Ang Walang Kwentong Podcast. So thank you Direct Antoinette and JP.
Okay, so
Ay, yung
that's your
next na.
first one.
Mm.
Next, you have 2 more.
Next is, this is a really new podcast. So, I'm sorry, Unsolved Cheese Mysteries. Ayan, nakakatuwa
Ooh.
kasi ang host nito ay si JP and si Bok. And si Jake, by the way, si Bok, he's one of our listeners. Tapos
Mm.
one day kinontak niya kami saying na they would be starting a podcast soon. So, and sabi niya
Wow.
na-inspire daw sila sa Creepsilog, yung ganyan. So natutuwa naman kami na may na-inspire na mag-podcast because of us. Tapos nakakatuwa pa na both of them are working sa hometown ko sa Pangasinan. So
Oh.
nandun sila nagre-record, doon sila gumagawa ng podcast. So nakakaaliw. So
So
ang topic naman
technically,
nila,
drag mother ka nila.
yeah.
Marami ka na bang drag children?
I wouldn't know, pero sana. Pero minsan may mga nag-aano, may ano ba, bibigyan nila sa amin yung links nila ng gumawa sila ng podcast, tapos may kinig kami ng mga episodes. Tapos mag-shoutout sila sa amin, ay, Creepsilog, sa
Oh.
mga, yung nakaka-soft nga, exactly. Ganun. Tapos ang topic naman nila to nitong unsolved cheese mysteries. Ayun nga mga unsolved mysteries, mga murders or mga crimes or kahit yung mga kung ano ng mga mysterious na phenomenon. Ang nakakatawa, 'di ba unsolved nga. So towards the
Mm.
end of their episode, magugulat sila tapos na yung kwento. Tapos parang ma-realize, ay oo nga, ba't naghihintay tayo ng resolution? Unsolved nga pala.
Nakalimutan
So,
nila yung sarili
nare-realize din
nila.
naman nila yan. Oo. So, nakakaaliw. Okay na yun, yung pangatlo.
Pangatlo, yes.
Syempre yung pangatlo yung OG. Sa astrology.
Ayan, sa
Yan.
astrology, of course.
Ayan. Pero, kailangan patawarin ako ng astrology kasi palaktaw-laktaw ako makinig. Kasi kapag hindi Taurus, hindi ako nakikinig. Wow! Pag hindi Taurus ang
Puro
episode.
Taurus na yung next episode.
Taurus season
Ganyan.
na kasi. Pero natuwa ako na yan, bumalik na kayo ulit. And if I remember correctly, ang una kong si Bern, di ba tatlong host ng Chastrology, Bern, Nikki, and VP. Si Bern, kilala ko na siya sa podcasting noon pa. Ay sorry, sa vlogging noon pa. Pero hindi ko alam kung may vlog siya. Hindi ko maalala kung may vlog siya. Pero alam ko nagbabasa yata siya ng mga vlogs. Tapos, nung nagpo-post na kami sa Twitter about Creepsilog, he's one of the first na nakikinig. Kasi nga, kakilala nga niya ako. Tapos, panay yung retweet niya, yung ganyan. Tapos, nagulat na lang kami. Biglang, ang dami na naming followers, dami na nakikinig. And it's because, shinare nila Burn yung Cripsilog sa sarili nilang mga audiences. Tapos na nagkaroon
Aww.
na ng astrology. So, ang laking talaga, ang laking boost sa amin. So, that's why I swear by astrology na kapag, and with Bunk, syempre, kapag, when you join Bunk, you open yourself up to this, network na hindi mo matap before.
Aww. And
Uh,
actually, I remember when my show was new, you did that for me. So my first listeners were all creepers because kayo yung nag-tweet about me. So I guess you have been just paying it forward. Dapat ba pinipay forward ko rin? Kasi hindi ko pinipay, hindi ko pinipay forward.
syempre, ikaw yun. Galing mo yun.
Madamot.
Ay, baka nagtataka yung nag-aasaran kami, hindi matagal na kayo magkakilala. Baka
Eh,
isipin
hindi
nyo
po
masama
totoo
ugali nyo
yan.
talaga.
Matagal na kami nagplaplastikan. Yun lang talaga yun.
Matagal ko na siyang tinatolerate.
Okay. Well, we've learned a lot about you, but we have one more thing for you to do before we end. Are you ready to
Mm.
take the Eto o Eto challenge?
Pagbalik.
I
Game
think
show
papalitan
yan.
natin yung
Mm.
yung audio to yung yung sa game ka na ba?
Game ka na ba? Mm.
Okay, so this is the Eto Eto challenge, and you will have
Mm.
30 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. So far, Trency of One to Sarang podcast holds the most number of questions answered. She was able to
Mm.
answer 10. So let's see how many you
10?
can get.
10 ang
Yes.
record? Okay. 30
Mm-mm.
seconds.
Are you
Sige.
ready? I
Ready na.
guess that's a yes. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna start the clock and then I'll ask you short, closed-ended questions and then just try to answer as many as you can. Okay?
Mm.
All
Mm.
right. Here we go. Let's start. Gifts, give or receive?
Give.
Be rich or be loved?
Rich. Lo.
City or province?
City. City boy.
Beach or
Mm.
mountain?
Biatch.
Scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you now?
10.
Text or video call?
Text.
The
Ayan.
sexiest part of your body.
Ay, alarm na. So,
But you can still answer that last one. Counted pa rin siya. What is the sexiest parts?
parts. Esophagus. What esophagus?
I think it's my medulla oblongata.
My belly.
Your belly.
Mm-mm.
Very good. Okay. Unfortunately, you were only able to answer 7 questions. We do have a 2 to 3 second lag right now, which
Ikaw
is
kasi
going flat.
mabagal.
Sorry na. But the prize is we got to know
Mm.
you more as a human being, and we
Ah,
learned that the sexiest part of your body is your eyelids.
wanna see?
Now, I'm sure
Mm.
our listeners would love to listen to your show. So before we go, can you tell us where our viewers and listeners can find Creepsilog?
Yes, uy, parang awa yun. Kailangan namin ng streams. So please listen to Creepsilog exclusively on Spotify. We post episodes every Monday and Thursday at 3 a.m. And so kung gising pa kayo ng ganung oras at di kayo makatulog, yun, abangan nyo. So on Mondays, we publish our regular episodes where we talk about one topic lang ng mga either true crime or mga mysteries, ganyan. And on Thursdays, that's where we read yung mga submitted stories sa amin and we react to them. So, depende kung anong trip nyo, kung gusto nyo nakikinig ng stories ng ibang tao, yun, kinig kayo on Thursdays. And yeah, we are part of Bunk. So, ayun, just look for us sa Bunk collective catalog.
Ayan. Well, thank you very much, Glenn. And this has been Neil and Glenn for Bunk Book, a Bunk original show. Please follow Bunk socials. We are at the Bunk PH on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And let us know who you'd like us to feature next by using hashtag Bunk Book. Join us next time when we get to know the podcaster behind your favorite shows here on Bunk Book. Yay! Thank you, Glenn.